Hello, welcome to Game 3 of the Medium Games match, Crlundy versus Fika Monster. Fika Monster is up 1.5 to 0.5. I still need to go back and see. I think Crlundy had a win last game if they just bought one duchy and one province. But I'm not 100% sure, and they still could have both dudded. Here we've got Star Chart, which they have both opened with. Fika got Star Chart, got Doctor into Star Chart. Crlundy did Star Chart and then Doctor. I also don't necessarily like the opening of the Doctor and the Star Chart stuff. Maybe it's fine. So, we're winning this game by buying more provinces than our opponent. There's no alt VP in here. You can thin with Doctor Lookout. There's some draw to X stuff with Festival, Watchtower, although supplies are very strong and that doesn't play super well with that. So you can also just do Festival and use like Archive for draw, a bunch of supplies, Festivals for plus buy, maybe put Pathfinding on Festival, potentially. You can gain some cargo ships so you can top deck the Festivals and grab a couple archives and start getting provinces. Let's see what they've done. So Crlundy did Star Chart, Doctor, and Trashed Estate, which is quite nice. I guess they knew that estate was on top, so that's good. Fika overpaid for Doctor and was able to trash an estate, which is slightly lucky, and then got a Star Chart. Crlundy was able to trash 3 coppers. Fika was able to trash 2 estates, and so on. So we're seeing pretty good trashing here. Fika wasn't able to trash 3 coppers, so we're already quite thin. I think we want to be looking to add supplies to the deck. It's a little bit tough to draw here. It's a little bit tough to Doctor Trash when you've got supplies in the deck and silvers and stuff. You kind of want to get the Doctor Trashes out of the way when stuff's real thin. But they're making do. I think I probably want to look out now as both players, although here certainly I'm top decking, setting aside a Festival, and taking the silver, obviously. And then we can Doctor Trash remaining coppers. But yeah, looking to grab a Festival now. I'm probably here for Fika. They can grab a Festival and a supplies. And with best draw, potentially next turn, even put Pathfinding on Festival, which will be very nice. I think they're probably done trashing. I think, yeah, they're probably done trashing. Maybe they get a chance to trash this copper, but probably they just accept that Doctor and Copper are the dead cards in their deck, and they play around that. The alternative is to like get a Lookout or something and try to get that to trash those remaining cards. Silver's not great either for either of these decks, so I don't really want a silver in my deck, but because I think I want all my payload to come from Festivals, supplies, and a couple of cargo ships. Herbalist supplies is... I was saying it's not nothing. It's mostly nothing. I can see how if the supplies have run... yeah, I don't really think you're ever getting supplies here. So they're buying a Watchtower. I was certain they would be buying Pathfinding on Festival. That seems to me to be the best thing here. You want to have as many Festivals as you possibly can in the deck. And hopefully you get 5. And then adding plus card on that makes it really strong. Because they've already got the coins and the buy and the actions. And you get a couple of cargo ships. And again, a bunch of supplies, archives. You're doing pretty well. As I said, the expensive Grand Markets, they only cost 5. They only cost 5 and you can use coppers. I would say they're cheap Grand Markets. Sure, but they could be 8 coppers. You can buy them with coppers and play, although I think there's 2 coppers left in the kingdom. Yeah. Again, I'm begging Fika to put Pathfinding on Festival here. Not going to do it. Okay. Maybe they're... I think putting pathfinding on festival lets you get more festivals faster. Although now we're at the point where Crlundy probably doesn't want to put pathfinding on festival. They probably want to buy 2 festivals here to make sure that they don't lose out on the pile. And then Fika can get their own festival next turn. The last festival next turn, and then Crlundy can pathfind it the turn after that. I think Fika, though, would have been better if they had 1 fewer festival in deck and pathfinding, because last turn they would have drawn more cards, been able to potentially do more, and then buy the 2 festivals last turn still. Crlundy not agreeing with my plan. They're going for cargo ship. Certainly here as Fika, then I would take the last 2 festivals and be happy with a 6-4 split, and then go for pathfinding. As this is, they can play 4 festivals and draw a deck. They can consider trying to do some kind of trick where they figure out the doctor stuff, but okay, this is 14. I would very strongly consider, as Fika, pathfinding, buying a single festival, but I think buying 2 festivals and 2 supplies is also sufficient. You've got a big lead in plus buys, and I don't like the Watchtower. With the pathfinding and the supplies, your deck will be drawing fine. Maybe they're thinking that the plus card screws with the Watchtower draw, and it doesn't. It actually helps the Watchtower draw. But Crlundy's got festivals down there, so they really should buy. They really should buy pathfinding, and they can top deck of supplies here as well. That seems good. Making up for the having lost the split 6-4, but having the plus card down first seems like it's going to be strong. Why didn't they play the cargo ship? I'm quite confused. They could have just played the cargo ship for +2 coins. I don't. Why would you play the doctor when you only had 1 copper left? Maybe they thought they had more coppers, but they only had 1 copper left in their hand. Playing the doctor didn't help them hit 8. They had already hit 8. Hitting the cargo ship was just 2 free money. There was nothing to trash. Everything was in the hand that you wanted to trash. I don't like this Watchtower stuff. I don't understand it at all. Like, the plus card obviates the need for Watchtower, and it does not interfere with Watchtower draw, because you would have drawn a card with Watchtower, you're instead drawing it at Festival, so it's strictly better in that situation. I don't actually see any Watchtowers being relevant in this kingdom. Maybe you get one early on before you've gotten the pathfinding to help you top deck and draw a little bit, but so here, I was going to say there, with 4 cards left in deck, Crlundy should have played Doctor named Copper. They had a chance to do that. Now if Crlundy wants a chance to win, I think they just take double province and hope that Fika can't match. They could also consider taking like province and 4 supplies. That also seems pretty reasonable to me. That significant extra influx in payload with the supplies. I think it's too late for the archives at this point. Archives too slow. And Crossroads is also... Yeah, all that feels pretty slow here. If Fika doubles, then Crlundy doubles, then Fika doubles. Fika just wins by 5 to 3 provinces. They're mostly that reliable with Star Chart. If they had all the supplies that I was begging them to add, they would certainly be more reliable. Here they played the Doctor just to orient the deck. Yeah, sure. The deck that has the pathfinding on it is much better. The deck, Fika's deck is going to struggle to draw once you add 4 green cards, certainly. Here they can just go double province crossroads. I mean, they only have to draw 1 more time to win the game. So it's not like they have a bunch, and they have, right now they'll have 7 stop cards, so it's not great. But they've got some horses from the supplies. That was silly, setting aside the horse with the cargo ship. Certainly you want to set aside any card other than the horse with the cargo ship, right? I'm not seeing any reason to set aside the horse with the cargo ship. I feel very strongly that double province is the way to go here for Fika. If they don't go double province, they give Crlundy the edge, because Crlundy now can double province and then they're ahead, and Fika doesn't have an easy way to come back. Crlundy is a bit of a challenge with this archive. Yeah, as we just saw, they play the archive and they've set aside now 4 money, which bodes well for next turn, but I don't think they can hit double here now. Yeah. Oh, they had 2 cargo ships last turn either, so doubling was not really in the cards anyways. And it was, pretty unlucky that they revealed 2 of their 2 coin cards. Next turn even, will they be able to double? Adding the cargo ship, yes. Building a little bit more. Yeah, the build without the watchtowers and a bunch of supplies, I think, has both more money in it and draws a bunch of cards at the top of the deck a little bit more reliably. So Fika can scavenger now and put a festival on top. They have a festival, I believe. And if they can double now, they're back in good shape. I agree, it did feel like it was too late for pathfinding. This is a bad shuffle. I guess they get to the end of it. 21. I think they can take now double province archive. The archive should be all right for them. I guess the cargo ship also doesn't work well with the draw to X. Cargo ship's pretty bad with draw to X unless you're setting aside like a crossroads, which could be something they buy, like crossroads, cargo ship, double province. We've seen Doctor played a lot here as a sifter, and it's not necessarily a great sifter. It's better, I suppose, than like Zombie Spy, but it at least does a little bit of something. The Scavenger also does a little bit of something. It seems like Fika's deck is just in good enough shape that this one's going to be over. We'll see. Yeah, so we can play the Doctor here and name Curse, say, and see what's down there, and then potentially draw 1 with Watchtower if we want. I think that would have been better. But Crlundy's just got to take 2 provinces here, and hope that Fika has a complete dud, which with Star Chart and whatever is difficult. I don't think the Duchy stuff is going to help. I think the most likely outcome is Fika doubles, then the game is over. So I think Crlundy's got to risk Fika missing province entirely. Okay, Fika's moving through the deck here. They're going to hit 25, it looks like. sorry, 21. In my head, it was 2 provinces plus 5, which is where the 25 number came from, and they should just go ahead and buy province duchy. It's not quite 50% VP, but it's 2 away. So Crlundy here is just going to play out the turn, try to hope Fika has many duds in a row. As long as they play out their turn fast enough, it's reasonable. And they are hitting, yeah. It seems like Crlundy was maybe just a turn and a half behind here. As first player, I think Fika had a little bit cleaner doctor stuff at the beginning. Perhaps a little bit lucky, or just the order they managed to find things in those first couple turns would be a place I would look back to and analyzing the game and seeing how it went. I would possibly top deck a Crossroads there as Crlundy. You're hoping the game goes a couple more turns. But this should be a fairly easy win. All they have to do is find one more source of money, and there it is. So good game to Fika Monster. They take a 2.5 so half game lead, and Crlundy's back against the wall. They're going to need to win the next couple of games if they want to win this tournament. Perhaps I spoke too quickly. Okay. Not sure why they played on, but it's a win in either case. And I will join you all in game 4.